Hi, today we continue our discussion of the Pararupa class of Ekadesha substitutes. As you may recall, Engi Pararupam, Eve Chanayoge, and then most recently we were introduced to a new Gana, which was unusual. We have not encountered this so far, which is an Akriti Gana. That means an incomplete Gana, which allows for the, I guess you could say, thoughtful inclusion of words similar to the presented words and as they appear in the language. No doubt in the view of the learned and so on. But nonetheless, it's a change, this open-ended, inclusive idea about the language. And now we are going to, so that was Shakandvarishu Pararupam Vachyam. Now we have a Vartika dear to my heart. It's one of these Vartikas or sutras that just stays with me and kind of always makes me smile. And this is a way also of returning to my suggestion that the grammar, in addition to everything else, to its beauty, to its kind of structural and functional magnificence, is fun. It's really fun. And it can be at times very funny, at least as reflected in the inherited kind of stories that go with it. And we'll find some of those that I think are a total laugh riot later on in the Sandhi Sutras. So today we have the Gana Vartaka Simantah Keshaveshe, Simantah Keshaveshe, Anta, Simanta being a compound, Sima Anta, Keshaveshe, Keshavesha. Looks like on this I left out the E of Simanta, so imagine it's where it belongs. Simanta Keshaveshe. So Sima Anta, that is the end or the edge of a boundary. The edge of a boundary. And Keshavesha is a tress of hair. Now, this is where it, I think, becomes, if I could say so, kind of adorable, because this, as Prabhakara Shastri describes it, and it's not in contradiction with anything else I've seen, although there are other applications. Prabhakara Shastri says that this tress of hair is especially applies the end of this tress of hair. So a tress of hair, especially of a bride, the simanta of that is the part in the middle of the hair. The part in the middle of the hair of a bride, So this is singling out this one little compound phrase for particular attention in the grammar, which I think is just kind of, it's cool. It's kind of amazing. It's cool, and I think it is consistent with sort of the cultural importance of the bride. As you know, and I will withhold quoting because in the original and so on, but they say that of all the poets, Kalidasa, Shakuntala, of Shakuntala, the 4th chapter, and of the 4th chapter, the 4 lines. And those 4 lines although there could be several, but the 4 lines are the thoughts that Shakuntala's father has of his daughter at the moment of her marriage, of her wedding, and how incredibly poignant that is. So there is this cultural concept, or anyway, so this part of it is my impression, but the part in the hair of the bride is Prabhakar Shastri's dictum. So again, so we have Sima Anta, that's a compound, and then we have Keshave She, that's also a compound, the tress of hair, so taken together, the Keshavesha Simanta is the parting, the part in the hair of the bride as it is adorned in the marriage. So, coming back to the Pararupa part of this, the outcome of this is to be added to Shakandvadishu Pararupam Vacham, and it has the meaning that when Simanta is used referring to this Keshavesha Simanta, then in the sandhi between Sima and Anta, the of Sima and the beginning of Anta are both replaced by the single Pararupa Anta of Anta. So the word is Simanta. So whenever you see Simanta with a short a hrasva a, that refers exclusively to this wonderful part in the hair of the bride. If you see Simanta, where Pararupa does not come, and in fact, instead of that, we'll come very soon to Savarne Dirgaha, then the final of Sima and the beginning of Anta are replaced by a single Dirga. So you get Simantaha. So you see Simantaha, that is the bride's part in the bride's hair. If you see Simantaha, that can be the border of a country, all sorts of borders, all sorts of edges. That's Simanta. Now, as you can tell, I'm fond of this. I think every sutra ultimately finds a place in our heart after a while, but so I did something unusual for me, and I do not mean it to suggest that I see myself as any kind of scholar of the grammar, but I thought it would be interesting to see what Patanjali had to say about this. So here we go. This is our first direct quote from Mahabhashya, Vyakarana Mahabhashya. So we see the citation of Engi Pararupam, and then in Keelhorn's rendition, there are 4 Vartakas, you could say. The first 3 don't apply to what we're thinking about at the moment, but the 4th Vartaka in Mahabhashya under Engi Pararupam is Shakandvadi Shucha. And then, just to confirm that Mahabhashya is not always kind of abstruse thoughts and everything, this is very precise and simple. I won't presume to translate it, but I think you will get the picture. So the commentary goes, Shakandvadishu cha pararupam vaktavyam. Shakandvadishu cha pararupam vaktavyam. So, Shikandu, etc., in Shikandu, etc., the pararupa should also be taken, understood. Now, the fun thing is, the further extrapolation in Mahabhasha is simply what follows in red. Just the examples, very simple. Shaka undu shakandu. Shaka undu shakandu. Enough said. Pararupa comes with shaka undu shakandu. Also with kula ata, kulata, kula ata, kulata, as we've seen. Now, I may be making too much of this, but Mahabhasha takes a more explicit or extrapolated tone, and as we know, no more than Pariniti, I don't think Patanjali wasted words if he could help it. I'm not, again, totally non-scholar, but still. So, but this is what, after these two just very shaka andu shakandu done, we have sima antaha, simantaha, keshaveshu iti vaktavyam. Keshaveshu iti vaktavyam. So sima antaha, simantaha, keshaveshu iti vaktavyam. When it is keshavesha, vaktavyam, it should be this. It should be simanta. Yaha hi simnaha antaha simantaha sabhavati. Which I think we could say is pretty much just saying. Otherwise, it's simantaha. Simantaha. So that's it. And we will move onward.